So tell me more about the album.
So it was really interesting finally being able to have a goal and like the light at the end of the tunnel in sight, because it's been almost 6 years since my last personal music project. It's been a while. Not that I haven't been trying to put out music. It's been kind of like an involuntary hiatus.
Right. Because you put out the mixtape.
I put out the mixtape, but that was also like the start of, okay, we're really doing this and we're going in. But before that, you know, I got to experience some other amazing things. I got to act, I got to do Broadway, like I was telling you before. But Salam was the first person to sit me down and to ask me, what do you want it to sound like? What do you want to do? And I sat back and I was kind of just like, no one's really asked me that before. So I had to like really think about it. So to be able to go in the studio with that type of freedom, it wasn't about...
So are you saying that up until now, people kind of set your direction for you, say, okay, like we want you to do this and go in this direction, and we've got it planned out for you, and just kind of follow the steps? I
think it generally happened that way. When I won Idol, I was 17 years old. I was a kid. I had no idea.
You were the youngest member to win Idol?
Still. I had no idea how this worked. I didn't know like what to do or anything like that. So, you know, I signed to the record label and they go, okay, here's some songs, choose from these. You're gonna record them and we'll put it together. We put the album together in 2 weeks. And then...
Really? 2 weeks?
And then put it out. And I love the songs that I got. I'm not saying that it was like, okay, I didn't get any choices, because I did. And then the next album, it was kind of more compact again. Like we compacted it into a couple of, maybe it was about a month this time, where all the real hard work happened. And then I got to start writing some more, which was great. And then all of a sudden it was like, after that, it was kind of just like, I don't know what happened. They kind of like dangled a carrot in front of me. Like, okay, you just stay in the studio, but nothing would ever happen, you know? And that's fine. I had to go through that. I had to learn a lot. I had to learn more about myself. I had to go through different experiences. But with Salam, him asking me like, no, we're going to do this right. And we're going to take the time to do it. And you're going to do it the way you want to do it. It was awesome to go into the studio with that freedom and be able to be like, it's not about what genre the song is going to come out. It's not about how fast or slow it is. You just go in there and make some good music, and everything... Going in with that attitude made everything flow together.
Well, you know, like I just had an interview with Rico Love, you know, and he was telling me something I never really realized, because I'm not on that side of the music, is that radio stations force you into a certain BPM.
Sure.
Like if you want a song on the radio, it has to be from whatever,
from X to
Y. And if you just are creative and just create something, you know, a lot faster, a lot slower, you have no chance of getting it played on the radio.
Sure.
You know, and do you really think about stuff like that when you're creating music?
I don't, just because I like to sing ballads. Everybody knows I love to sing ballads on the slow songs. So I don't really think about it. I know that Salam does for sure, because that's just where his head is at. So it's good that I have him, so that we can be like, well, why don't we speed this up? Let's see what it sounds like, sped up or slowed down. But yeah, you know, there's a certain catchiness to a certain speed of a song that makes you go, I gotta turn this up, or you automatically start moving to it. So yeah, I can understand that for sure.
Now, why did you call your mixtape By Felicia?
Oh, okay. So as I was naming, like sitting there trying to figure out the name, we were putting it out, and they're like, okay, they're gonna start making the graphics. We have to have a title. And I couldn't think of anything. Literally, I just was like, okay, this is too serious. This is too... I don't know, too sad. This one doesn't make any sense at all. And I got so frustrated. I was like, oh, Bye Felicia. And then I was like,
ta-da.
Bye Felicia. That's perfect. I'll name it that. So it was the perfect amount of humor and corniness, and also it applied to what was happening at the time and everything. So it worked out perfectly.
I mean, doing a mixtape is kind of like a rapper thing to do.
Right. So
you gave it away for free?
I did. Yeah, it's for free download. It's still up. People can get it. What I wanted to do with the mixtape, because my fans have waited so long, it was a way for me to get them the music and the sound that I'm going for easily, and for them to be able to just go online and get it. So it was pretty much like an album sampler. Like it gave them a little taste of what the album was going to be like. There's some songs on the mixtape that are going to make the record. There's some that aren't, and there's some that they haven't even heard yet.
Dope.
So it was like just to satisfy their appetite for a second.
Now, I mean, you had a monster smash with Chris Brown. The two of you worked together since?
We were in studio together in 2011, I think, but the song never saw the light of day just because of what was happening.
What do you mean, what was happening?
No, with like my label stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just never it never got put out. So we'll see. Maybe we should revisit that. I don't know.
Two like really sounded great together.
Thank you. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think he's super talented. I would love to work with him again. He's very hard to get a hold of.
Is that what it is?
So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, maybe he'll see this, and I'll be like, "Hey, let's work together." But yeah, we did go in the studio together in 2011. It wasn't for a duet, but he was writing, and so he had written a song that I sang. And then I don't think I've seen him since then. I mean, I've seen him, but I haven't spoken to him. So yeah.
Or I mean, any other R&B singers show up on your new album?
I don't have any duets yet, but like I said, I'm still recording and I'm still like
Might
looking
be a
for different
few,
things.
yeah.
And also, I have a ton of songs recorded that could potentially be duets. So we're trying to figure out if we want to, because we have to consolidate, right? Like you can have a certain amount of songs on an album, and then I have the other ones that are sitting here. So we're like, okay, we can use them as singles, or we can use them for soundtracks or whatever. So there's definitely a potential for another duet. I just not yet.